He was another of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
Testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
He wasn't wearing glasses, was he?
No, but he said broken pair of spectacles, and so he probably thought it was just half of one.
Also, he's been updated here. It was his left eardrum that was broken the day before the incident, so the cream was put in the correct ear.
Ah, okay. Well, there goes that. That could have been something, though.
I don't know what that's going to lead up to, though. Maybe the fight itself is going to be what becomes important or something. I don't know. That or just the existence of the medicine, not like what it was used. Maybe just the fact that it was missing. I don't know. Something. Ah, yes. I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
Sorry, caught me mid-drink. How are we going to handle this, Nick?
We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot.
Just strip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel?
I suppose, but it's what I do best. Being cruel. Now here, take this rope. We're going to make him walk, and then we're going to trip him with it. Spectacles. Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. You fangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, but I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses.
He seems to have been wearing some sort of modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. Laser faces are in the cool.
Laser faces are in the cool?
Shut up!
Can everybody please go on Twitter and hashtag laser faces are in the cool?
Damn it.
Get it trending!
We better come up with something sharp and quick. I have a knife.
Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. I think we have to press everything. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that wrestling going on? I needed to find out if Guts and Braun retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own? Or ask him? What are you looking at me like that for, How do you judge me? Ow, ow!
Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway.
The wireless. The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. And using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Is he that desperate to listen to the radio? What do you leave me like that for, huh? How dare you feel sorry for me? Ow, ow! You mean the waitress, who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie. Ow, ow! Better not push it until I've got some hard evidence. Damn, it doesn't say. I was hoping it would say, like, what his, I was hoping it would say that they were from his other hand or something. His free hand. Yes. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand was his right hand, then which hand was it, you moron? Ow, ow!
Heh. Perhaps the great Mr. Triton has 3 hands.
Yeesh, I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. Back to you.
Yeah, no, I was taking the last bite.
Of soup? How do you bite soup?
It's chunky.
It's called stew.
No, it's soup. I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh?
Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Okay, I'm gonna now try pressing everything again.
I think it was the spectacle thing.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, we're not gonna get anything else, so... What would we present?
Besides just a picture of the victim himself?
Let me try something.
Alright. What you got?
Nope. I thought maybe it would say something like, this has no fingerprints, or whatever.
I still think it's the glasses, but I guess that could just be passed off as him not knowing it was a single lens.
Well, he said the other one was broken.
Yeah.
But there was no other one.
That's what I'm trying to point out.
Yeah, I would assume that it was something like he's trying to say that he had on a pair of glasses and one side was cracked.
Maybe. What if it's the one where it said he was listening to the wireless?
Wait a minute. Hang on. If it was in his right hand and he used his free hand to pick up the cup, then how come the handle's on the right side with his mouth there? He had to pick it up with his right hand.
It's a fair enough point. Oh, actually, it's also the fact of where the stain is.
That's what I mean. The handle's on the right.
The cup could be turned, so the handles could be either way, but it's the fact of where the handle is in regards to the stain.
That's what I said.
You didn't mention the stain.
I thought I was like, look where
You said look where the handle is.
I said a lot of words, but I know the point I was trying to get across is the handle and stain are in such a way that he would have had to be holding it in his right hand.
Correct.
So I'm gonna try this first. Not this spot. So it's gonna be here! Got it!
That is a fine little detail they wanted us to notice.
Hey, we both noticed it.
Yeah?
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. Okay, now I'm hearing crunching.
Oh, sorry, that was cheese plastic.
If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Care to tell us where this is going, Trite?
According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Tcha! What is this? Kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, that stain there is left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ah!
Pigeon song, everyone wants to hear the pigeon song. Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witnesses had better to go back to the...
Wait! You think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad? You're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony.
The young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault. Wait a minute. If he's insisting he held it in his left hand...
Then it was someone else's coffee cup. Dun dun dun.
But it only has Glenn's fingerprints on it.
Fair enough. Then again, only Maggie's were on the bottle too.
Yeah, but she didn't drink it.
Well, yeah, but someone put it in her apron.
Oh, the bottle. Yeah. Who, me?
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but, sure. Why not hear a bit more? Mr. Kudo. But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Left hand or right hand? Here's what I'm guessing. Here's what I think is going to end up happening. He's going to say something, and then we could say it wasn't Glenn. Because I'm starting to think the guy didn't die from the coffee. I'm starting to think it was something like the coffee cup was poisoned, but he was poisoned in some other way. It was just poisoned to throw it onto Maggie.
I don't know, there's a lot of mysteries right now.
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Not possible, because the specs are on the left side of his face.
Yep.
Yep. His eardrum was busted, so...
Do you want to just go for that straight up? Oh wait, this is the first testimony, we can't.
He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
I'm glad we got that figured out early on, so we can just point it out. We know the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. That's what a monocle is these days. I'll go for one of those.
Oh.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool for the victim's line of work.
HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad. That's how I feel when I look at Tim's Twitter account. But they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts in good old black and white.
Do it, do it, do it.
Already done! I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there was something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question. You could lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
Oh, shit. No.
That means victim was here, he was here.
What about the one where it shows the view from the kitchen? I'm debating whether it be the floor plan or that.
This isn't testimony. We've already proven him wrong.
Fair enough.
And floor plan, kitchen. So, yeah, if he was sitting here, that would be the only side he could see. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Rabble.
Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Oh, he's singing the song.
Order!
Well,
We'll continue singing.
This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
Single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
Captain, are you calling me a drip?
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. Took a sip with the cup he held in his right hand, then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw.
Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Which hand the victim used to pick up his coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elk drank the poisoned coffee. Like this.
Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory was credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Spit take!
Believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings.
Yay!
I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey!
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. Ha ha ha. Neither, neither, neither. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate the case further. That's all for now. Court is adjourned.
And... Yep.
Duh, duh, duh.
Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo?
Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. Huh? How is your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
Okay. He's just saying I made him look stupid. Okay. I thought he was saying like I did something to him.
Damn it, my phone is ringing. Think you can pause for 1 second?
All right. I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else the court should know.
What?
There's more. To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything, but I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? Look at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? Final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the coffee you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man.
It's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony instead of, getting the bailiffs here and dragging you out kicking and screaming.
You bet! Much, much quicker!
I can't believe this is happening.
Okay, I want to say something real quick. He said, you young shark.
Yeah.
Is that... Just before I go off of my theory, is shark a commonly used insult? Even, or an insult at all that isn't just someone using a random word?
I've heard it used before. Kind of like a loan shark thing.
A loan shark... For a guy who we've presumed is in association with a guy in debt, and is in association with a guy who was dealing with a guy who looks like me. What if Xinyop is the guy from Tender Lender? This is honestly just random crap based on the fact that he called me a shark, and you have confirmed that is used as a loan shark as its most common term.
Yeah.
So this is basically completely out of my ass here.
I mean, it might work.
Doesn't explain the CD though.
Not really. I guess we'll find out.
Unless he took the CD because he thought he could sell it for more? I don't know.
I think I have an inkling as to that question, but considering part of it is based off of stuff we don't know yet...
Also, I wasn't able to see what he said.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. It's quick as long as seeds me. He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds, or he's just playing Overwatch.
I do like that that's the thing in Overwatch, is that ammo is not a thing you need to worry about much, except your clip size.
And with D.Va and her mech, there's no clip size, it's infinite. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. The strip of cloth... Oh, like the tablecloth.
The vase was whole whenever we were there.
Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, huh?
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Eh? You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man?
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah, so what, probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain, that's why all you can think of.
Very well, Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please.
The final showdown. It's the final showdown.
Chug of dejection.
Hold it. The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo. Noisy brat. I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this test. This is the final battle. I just realized he was making a Randy Savage joke. He's checking those seats harder than ever. Better be careful.
Come on, Nick. Nail him.
The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo. I know that. I was just setting the mood. How else am I supposed to build up the suspense, huh? The suspense? Isn't it enough? Should I work the audience a bit more?
No, please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible.
Alright, now where was I? Ah, yes. The young boy slumped over the table, and... A vase, you say? Yes. There are vases on all the tables in that place. There are accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over.
Are you not going to voice that?
The vase is still up.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them, too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase? Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define... Okay, I get it. I heard it break, and the sight of it is burned into my memory as clear as day. Wait a minute. He heard it break? Then it might not have been the vase. Oh no, never mind. Strip of cloth, deductibility soaked. Soaked in water, you mean? Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well. You said you were sitting at a table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash onto you? It was cold! I clearly remember it splashing me! Did the water really make it all the way across the other side of the room? You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking? The vase turned upside down, and my testimony's turning this case upside down. It's a joke, I just wanted everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain?
I'm impressed by your ability to waste time.
Godot hasn't raised any objections for a while now. So, you young show-off, that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat. He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya.
It's you he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like he's saying, I triple dog dare you to find a comprehension. Ugh.
Contradiction.
I fucking know.
Moving on. I guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then.
First of all, nope. Not my character.
It's very obvious what this is. I'm just gonna be completely safe. Done. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. Huh. So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, Hopscotch! Ow, ow!
Enough.
My ship sails in the morning.
If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, there...
Ah!
What is it now?
I just remembered something. Yes, go on. The broken vase. It was on my table. What? Ah, well, you see... It startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. It must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table.
Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. I'm just gonna leave this up for people to screen cap.
Just, Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You have certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute. That's a case. There's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me!
Thank God we paid for bailiffs with teleporting powers. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked.
Yep.
And I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand. And the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate these facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
Coffee. There's one more thing before I call today's session to end.
One more thing, Your Honor.
One more thing. The witness we just heard from, he's most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Godot's really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's.
Yes, Your Honor. Is that going to be important?
Probably.
Victor's testimony added to the court record.
What does it say?
When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry.
Huh.
It's actually a haiku. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. Like, it's very broken up, but it's still a haiku. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony, like a 5-year-old's apology.
What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Okay, thank God it actually adjourned. Yes, save. Get us out of there.
Okay.
Whoosh. Boom, boom.